Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today I'm excited news. I got my new MacBook Pro. It's to 2020 version, so there's a lot of new changes on this one. On the last one, they kind of messed up a lot where they pushed it out, and there was a lot of issues with the keyboard and a couple of factors here and there. But today, I brought this one. I'm not gonna open it up because I don't want to damage anything on the inside. It's a little difficult to open, but I'll link it up if you guys want to know how to open these. And there's really not that much to see inside because they compact everything in there. Especially if you want to get to CPU and GPU, it's a little harder. So first of all, this system right here that you're looking at right now, it's a 2.3 megahertz. It's 8 cores and a 19th generation Intel i9 processor. It's pretty much the latest and greatest for them, but they have a faster chip right now coming out on the market too. Now, this one itself right now, it goes up to 64 gigs, but I end up getting 16 gigs. 64 is a little too expensive. You're paying a lot of money for just an extra memory, and in fact, it's a little hard to install the memory, so you want to maybe choose the memory over that, because once you're in there, it's kind of hard to do any kind of changes to this. So 16 gigs, it has 1 terabyte of storage space. It has a 16-inch Retina display, true tone. We're gonna take a look at it, and I'm gonna tell you how great it looks. It looks freaking fantastic compared to the old version I have, and we're gonna compare it with my old MacBook Pro. Also on touch, it has the touch bar. You'll see the little lighting touch bar. It's a little nice little feature. And then of course, blacklight lid keyboard. For today, we're gonna talk about the 4 Type C 3.3 generation. 4 of them. They give you 2 here on this side and 2 on the other side, and they give you the 3.5 jack millimeter jack to plug in your old headsets. Yeah, they got rid of it on the iPhone, but they didn't get rid of it here because they know that a lot of people use their jacks, their personal phone jacks in there, and they want to be able to listen in the library or anywhere else. I mean, still has a aluminum casing. It's a little different, the aluminum casing. It's a little heavy too. I'm gonna put the weight in there too. Big 16, it's perfect. There's no fans in the back or any intakes in there. Everything's pretty much on the edge right here. This is where it's gonna. You guys can see it. Really thin. I mean, they really thin them out. There's two areas right here on the side. It actually retains heat pretty good. It doesn't overheat. I've been working on it for quite a while. I like it. I like some of the features. We're gonna take a look at it and see what you get. But first of all, let's open it up and let's go inside. So if you can see the monitor, it's the bezel. It's very thin. It's not a touch screen, of course. They don't make a touch screen, but they have the fingerprint reader here. They have an escape button now, finally, and the keyboard is really good. I like how it displays, but it gives fingerprints. Now the touchpad is probably the best touchpad I ever had. I mean, it's a huge, large touchpad. It works well. Now, in combination of the software and the hardware, it makes it a lot faster. So I do dual systems in here. I got the VMware installed where I load up Windows, and then I also load up Mac. So I could be working my Word document on Mac, and then I could be working on the BIM development. Now, well, the video card that's embedded in here, it's an AMD Radeon Pro 5500 with it's actually a 4 gig video card with GDDR6 memory, so it's a step up. The quality of it, this is made really good. So if you're into photography or graphic design, this is a great machine. I mean, the quality, I can see it's a lot better than other systems. In compared to my older one, you can actually see the difference on it, and we're gonna bring them side by side so you guys can see it after, if it's even worth. Now the price is a little heavy. We're talking about 2,700 plus tax and shipping. It's gonna be over $3,000. Right now, walk-in store is not an option. You can't walk into any stores. You have to pretty much order online and then drive through pickup, and that's about it. But online is a lot easier to pick up. I mean, they ship it to you if you want. I had this shipped and delivered to my house. I choose the option not to pick it up because you're paying the premium. Might as well go out of the way. Now, the bar itself, if you start typing in, if you bring in an application, for example, let me bring in Safari. You're gonna bring in Safari. We're gonna play some music, some YouTube music. Now, if you start typing away, if you see all this, see that? You can move all this. This is touch screen right here. This is a touch screen and it has all the applications that you require. Or you could add your own widgets in here. And pretty much you can close them out too. You could search if you want to do a search word. It brings you back. When you put in YouTube, enter, and pretty much it starts working on it. So we're gonna play some YouTube library from the audio. It's copyright. It's for creators, and we're gonna turn this up all the way up. And if you notice, there's a couple buttons come up, and this is probably the fast forward. If you see it right here, you can control your fast forward and move it to the next song. Audio wise, you hold it down and it goes all the way up. You see that? It's pretty freaking cool. You bring it down, medium there. That's what the bar is for. You can use a lot of different things on it. This one's fast forward, research. You could screen size. You could change the size of the screen, put it in the corner. I'm actually doing that right now by sizing it up. Lots of little features. You could add another window if you want, you know, but we're gonna avoid that and go back in here. So we're gonna put mute right now, and of course it has a little tiny display of what you're looking at. So if you never have to even look down, sometimes you can just look at the displays in here. It's freaking awesome. So we're gonna escape this. We're gonna close this out completely. So we're putting this sucker all the way up right now. The speakers are right here, really good. Look at that. You can't even see them how thin they are. They're like tiny little dots, you know. So we go fast forward here. Like I said, go to the last song.
Tropical Traveler by Dell.
Pause it here, and pretty much control your Netflix, your Amazon, Google accounts, all that stuff. You can control it from here. A lot of things are popping up too, like, you know, all your widgets that you have. If you want your YouTube, if you want your Facebook, Instagram, all you can connect in here. It's really simple, dragging and dropping, and this thing automatically picks up. Like, you could tell Siri, it has a Siri here. You go say, "Hey Siri," and it starts cranking up itself. Right now I disabled it for this purposes because every time I start talking it keeps asking me questions and stuff like that. But audio is one of the best audios I've had since the last model I have, and it's a big boost compared to my last model. Unfortunately, the only thing that you do not have is if you have a wire network and it's faster than your wireless, then there is no hardware that you would have to require a NIC card, type C NIC card, to convert into the wire in case you want to get those high speeds on those fast internets, you know, because wireless, it's not compatible. It's not as fast as a wire compatible with it right now. It's just, there's a big difference on it, you know. So it's gonna catch up one of these days. 5G is already going there, you know. There's a lot of things going on, but right now at the moment it's still a little slower than the actual cable. So there's a couple of things that that you need to purchase if you're going to do presentations. A lot of projectors don't have those things, so there's another option you can do. For projector type, you could buy these types of things, you know. This is basically a USB, and I did a review on this one with a Nintendo Switch. It's a Type C. It's a Type C adapter. It connects anyone, and it has a USB 3.0, 3.1 actually, and this is the actual display 1080. It's HDMI, and then you have another Type C USB in case you require another Type C USB, and if it's taken. But this is a recommendation. This has a lot of things for those people that are going to be traveling and presenting and going to place to place with older facilities that have projectors that are older, or TVs that don't have the new Type C stuff, because not everything is available for Type C yet. So maybe getting one of these adapters, it was a great idea for those. For student type, this is a great model for students. I mean, it's a little heavier and it's more fragile. Just to let you know, the screen is a lot fragile. It's a lot thinner, that's why. And I would recommend you, if you're going to buy something like this, maybe getting the warranty. You know, the warranty that Apple has is pretty good. I used it a couple of times here and there, but unfortunately right now mine is out of warranty already, and this is a new one that needs to require warranty, and we did purchase the warranty because the monitors are a lot fragile than the last one. A couple of drops here and there, you're gonna crack this, you know. If you think your iPad or your iPhone is capable of handling this, now if you think your iPhone and your iPad this is a lot thinner. If you can see, it's a lot thinner than an iPad and an iPhone. In fact, you know, I'm gonna put it side by side with my phone here, so you guys can see how thin it is. It's a lot thinner, and basically this is a lot fragile. So now one thing is the camera is right here, and it's a pretty sharp camera. It might be a 1080 quality or something, but it's a lot better than some of the cameras. There is no other camera in the back, only one in here. It's really thin. Its profile is really thin, if you see it. The screen is a lot thinner because, and now they don't have that glow. Apple, of course, they got rid of that because the screen can't afford to take any more space. And so they have this mirror reflection Apple little logo in here. In the back is really nothing I can show you. It's all based from intakes, and that's about it. Here it is. It's on full display on both of them, and it seems like the newer 2020, even though it's a lot sharper, the brightness is not all there, you know. And I have this one a little dirty. It's been, you know, moved around here and there, and it has a lot of music, graphics, and stuff like that. I've developed my game on this Mac, but now this one's a lot faster. There's more graphic card. This has an NVIDIA. It's a 2 gig, and this was on ATM. It's a Radeon 4 gig, so not a big difference, you know. Of course, if you guys see my review on how to boost these machines up, and I'm gonna actually use this machine and demonstrate that you can play any PC game. You can play pretty much Mac game, and using an external video card, and it's perfect for this kind of machine. This one has a 3.0 third generation Type C connection that you could connect that system into it, and we're gonna probably do a video on it and a demo on the next video. So just to show you guys how well the two difference are. Not a big difference. Now if you guys could see it right here, this is a lot thicker on my monitor, and look how thin it is on this side. It's a big difference. The camera's about the same, almost a little lower. There's actually less space on there's more space being taken here, and this one's a little, the bezel's a little thinner in here, and you can see the camera there. The keyboards side by side, they have the escape here, they have the escape on this button on this side. I don't have the bar on the older one, of course. Full set of keys except for the 10 keys. This, if you guys see it, it's a lot larger on the new one. It's a lot larger. In fact, we're talking about almost 6.5, almost 6.5 compared to a 4 inches. All right, so that's 2 inches more, 2.5 inches more, of course. I didn't even measure up there. Let me measure. And this is 4 inches across, up and down. I'm sorry, and this is 3 inches. So that's an inch. All right, so big difference. This takes more space. Speakers, they're stronger on this one than this one. I'm not gonna test them side by side, but I'll take my word for it. They made better speakers on the new one, of course. About the same size. It seems like they're seamless here. There's no there. If I could roll a pencil here, it seems like they're both identical size on the flat surface part of it. Not a big difference. This one's a little bit bigger. This one, just a like, not even a centimeter, micrometer, I would say, you know. But you can see it. It rolls down side by side. Older Macs looking like it's okay, you know. Now, like I said, the part of the monitor is a lot thinner in here. It's a lot thicker in here than thinner in here. This is about almost a pencil space. This is 2 pencil spaces on this one. So not bad, not bad. Now, if you close them, big difference in here. I have the Apple logo here shining up, and I don't have it's a mirror base on this one. So I can upgrade this one to a couple more gigs in here. In fact, we're gonna do that maybe in one of these episodes and upgrade this one to a larger hard drive after we back it up. This one actually lasts a lot longer. I had it in 2016. These have been having issues, especially last year's model where the keyboards were failing. But your 2 cents on this one, and if you guys have any questions on them, let me know.